Games Workshop is at it again, my friends. If you don't know, they have their official magazine, White Dwarf, and they're removing men from this classic quote of the Emperor of Mankind regarding Space Marines. You know what this means. So far, they've been pushing about this female Adeptus Custodes thing. This happened last year, and it caused a major, major storm across the internet. Fans were revolting. A lot of people quit Warhammer 40K. And it had these reassurances to everybody. Oh, it's not in the models. The models haven't done this. But people keep going, okay, they're going to be bracing people to bring this in because they really want to replace you, the white male gamer, with their diversity mantra. This is what they want. This is what they've always wanted. They keep signaling it. I don't know who collects or does this at this point because most everybody I know goes 3D printers go brr. But this is the next step in this. And this is pretty ugly. And I think this is intentional because there's too many. Like, it's a pattern now, right? So we'll go over the old controversy, talk about how this applies to the new one. And I hope people pick this up because it's not well known right now. And, what frustrates me about influencing and influencers and all that is a lot of them tend to just repeat things that have been said on other videos and the like over and over and over and over again, and don't actually offer new information. And so unless like some influencer does pick this up, like an Arch or something like that, a lot of people might not even find out about it and know about it, right? And it might continue on without Games Workshop getting much flack about it. But they need to hear the flack. They need to get the flack. And back to this again. Do you guys remember just a few weeks ago we had that Tom Mendelsohn guy who was mocking the Charlie Kirk assassination? They said he was going to get suspended. Do you guys remember that? What happened with that? Is he let go from the company? Is he still working? What's going on? Does anybody know? Because nobody followed up on that. I don't have any Games Workshop contacts. I have DC Comics insiders. I have Doctor Who insiders. I have Ubisoft insiders. I don't, I'm honest here. I don't have anybody at Games Workshop or anything like that. If you work at Games Workshop or whatever, and I'm very, very good with my sources. I never tell anybody, but please give me behind the scenes information. Email me. I'd love to hear from this. But there's something wrong here. And I emailed them. I emailed all their customer service and everybody, I've got the emails of kind of the higher ups at Games Workshop. I got a stock canned response. We will return your emails promptly, usually within a week. It's been a week since I've asked about it. They're not going to reply to me. I already know. So let me know if you know anything about that controversy. Let's do that. Then let's get into this new feminization of Warhammer 40K topic in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I am bringing things back in science fiction, my friends. I have a space exploration trilogy of novels. These are books like your Black Library, starting right here. And it's called Valiant Frontiers. I have a strong male lead captain. His name's Captain Christopher Conley, leading his crew out into space and actually bringing back the sense of wonder and sense of exploration that sci-fi used to have back before everything became kind of its own like dark universe copy pasta. So 3 books. They all have their own sci-fi concept in it because I wanted to build this based on sci-fi concepts. And it builds up very, very nicely. Great stuff. If you like reading, if you like classic science fiction, you're going to enjoy this. It's in the description below. Support us today and grab this, grab the whole trilogy, and I can't wait to get this into your hands, my friends. Thank you for supporting our channel and supporting independent arts. All right. So Games Workshop once again changed the lore of Warhammer 40K. This time they removed the word men from a famous quote from the God Emperor of Mankind. By the way, they don't really call him the God Emperor of Mankind anymore. Have you noticed this? They call him the God Emperor of Humanity. Yes. As the subtle changes matter, and they do this very, very intentionally. So it came into national attention last year, April 2024, when Games Workshop introduced female Adeptus Custodes to the property in most recent codex. They said with this, Custodian Calidus Tarovalia Kesh stood on the bridge of the Cobra-class destroyer. Named Vigilant Flame, the warship belonged to a mighty Battlefleet Solar. She lingered in the shadows at the back of the bridge, positioned at a spot where she could observe the actions of every crew member, be they in instrumentation pits, armament shrines, or in the case of Shipmaster Lethwick, stood Randrod straight before his command throne. The official account then went off on this. Since the first 10,000 were created, there have always been female custodians. Oh boy. Now this was false, because in the old codice, it said these men never leave Earth, and they said they were only men back then. Now, last year, they doubled down on this. They had an animated film called The Tithes, which is where this beauty comes from right here. And The Tithes actually featured the female Adeptus Custodian there. But now it's still not in any of the official, miniatures or anything like that. That's not been done. But a community post advertised it saying custodians could be any gender. all 15,000 of them. This fact came from a real surprise to many since it wasn't something previously explored, and there are simply loads of things that Warhammer Studios has never expressly stated, whether that's ruling them in or out. They botched the lore there, but they're apparently not done trying to degender this. So this came from White Dwarf Magazine. The Legions starts the creation of Space Marines and their legions. They shall be my finest warriors. Like clay, I shall mold them. And in the furnace of war forge them. They shall be of iron, will steel sinew. In great armor, I shall clad them with the mightiest weapons, and they will be armed. They will be untouched by plague or disease. No sickness shall blight them. They shall have such tactics, strategies, and machines that no foe can best them in battle. They are my bulwark against terror. They are defenders of humanity. They are my space marines, and they shall know no fear, says the Emperor of Humanity, who used to be mankind. Now, in the old 3rd edition Codex, Space Marines, at the beginning, they shall be my finest warriors, and then this line got removed. These men who give themselves to me is now gone, right? This is intentional. If it was a one-time thing, if we didn't see it here, if we didn't see it here, we'd think it's maybe not, maybe it's just like some quick thing that they copied and pasted wrong or wrote it wrong or something. No, this is intentional. They want to pave the way for female Space Marine models. They want to pave the way for female Space Marine Black Library books, everything. This is what's coming because they want to appease this woke class that they've been going for over and over and over again. They want to replace you with them. And they want to replace the Space Marines with women, obviously. I mean, this is something that it's so ridiculous. But this is obviously a year into things, part of the agenda that's going on at Games Workshop, and it's continuing to go on. It's not getting better from what I could tell. This is Warhammer 40K now. This is the face of it. And this is what they want you to buy and consume next product, get excited for more product, and then keep buying. That's Games Workshop. Oh, by the way, there's price increases on the minis. All right. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Thank you guys for being here and supporting. Please hit the like, subscribe button. Check out my Valiant Frontiers. I'm bringing it back to classic science fiction, and I hope you'll enjoy this. We have ebooks, we have paperbacks, and we have these beautiful premium hardcovers, which are going to be the nicest hardcovers I've ever put out. Very excited for that. And I also have my first trilogy, The Aritian War, in a leather-bound edition to commemorate this as well. This is the type of thing. I know Games Workshop does some of this stuff. Those things are hard to find, and this will be too, because we'll be making them to order, and that will be the end of them. Beautiful collector's edition stuff, and I appreciate you guys being here. We'll be back.